Please don't harass me.
No, I'm not harassing you.
We're going to move for sanctions against you.
I'm asking you to.
If you're not going to allow.
That wasn't a laugh. That wasn't a laugh. That wasn't a laugh. What's going on, everybody? TRAE4JUSTICE back in the building, coming at you guys with deposition misconduct by attorney witness. Now, this video is going to be a try not to laugh. The reason this is going to be a try not to laugh is because I know of this video. I have a friend that does not stop talking about this to the point where he quotes certain parts of it every other day. So I'm thinking this is going to be a certified banker, but I hope everybody else can join along. I have no idea if I'll be able to get through this because I'm not going to lie, I woke up silly today, so I don't know if it's a good idea to try not to laugh on this one. I'm already in a mood where I want to laugh, but if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's do this. Hold on. And his serious facial expression is making it worse. All right, let's get it going.
I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of law?
I do.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Abrams.
Oh, he didn't even say good morning back. He didn't even say it back to him, just gave him a little. Have you ever disliked the person to the point where you only respond in gestures? That means he's already at maximum rage. Let's go ahead and get it going.
As you know, my name's Tom Wirch. I'm counsel for plaintiff Justin Moskowitz in this lawsuit. And do you understand why you've been asked to give your deposition today?
No.
Are you aware that your firm, Abrams and Associates, is a defendant in a lawsuit that's going to trial next month?
Yes.
And are you aware that you are a witness regarding the actions of Abrams and Associates?
Yes.
Have you had your deposition taken before?
I think so.
When have you had your deposition taken before?
I don't recall.
How many times?
I don't recall.
You're sitting here today under oath. You have no idea whether you've been deposed before?
I've answered that question. Object to form. Move on.
Mr. Abrams.
Can he do that? He's under a deposition and he's his own attorney right now. He's an attorney and he's speaking as if he's his. Okay, all right. No.
Have you been deposed?
Object to form.
Object to form. Move to certify the question. If you feel that I haven't answered, then you can move for a sanction.
We're going to go ahead and stop the deposition at this point and dial the special master.
You're going off the record?
No, we're staying on the record, please.
It almost went to black screen there for a second. I guess he switched up and decided, no, this is going to be gold. We need all this caught on camera. Smart man.
Good morning. Could we speak with David Tenner, please?
Let me check and see if he did. May I just call it?
Thank you. Yes, these are the parties from the Moskowitz versus Dahlman matter, and we are in the middle of a deposition this morning.
I'm sorry, did he almost laugh right there?
Moskowitz versus Dahlman matter, and we are in the middle of a deposition this morning.
I'm telling you, I swear, he almost laughed and he played it off as like, oh, I just have to. This dude is just being a troll. I can tell from the overall vibe, the entire Better Call Saul show was built around this one man right here. It's like I'm getting vibes from this dude. If there's a mafia meeting, he would just be a lawyer that's in the room that helps hide the money and then will represent you in court in the same day. I don't know. Hey, don't worry about it. I know the judge. Me and the judge go golfing.
Thank you.
He is not in the office at the moment. Can I get a number and have him call you back?
Yes, that would be great. If you could please.
I'll send him an email right now.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
What do we do now?
Mr. Abrams, I want to ask you one more time. Have you had your deposition taken before?
Object to form.
Asked and answered. Move on.
You need to answer the question.
The question was answered. Excuse me. Have her read it back.
Yep.
Mr. Abrams, this is not your deposition.
Please don't harass me.
No, I'm not harassing
We're going to move for sanctions against you.
I'm asking you to.
If you're not going to allow.
That wasn't a laugh. That wasn't a laugh. That wasn't a laugh. I almost broke though. He told him to move on. He said, please don't. He said, please don't harass me.
Excuse me. Have her read it back.
Yep.
Mr. Abrams, this is not your deposition.
Please don't harass me.
No, I'm not harassing you.
We're going to move for sanctions
I'm
against
asking you to.
If you're not going to allow.
He just answered the question.
He did not answer the question.
He just said he did not recall. That's an answer to the question.
So it's your testimony under oath today, Mr. Abrams, that you do not recall whether or not you've ever been deposed before.
Asked and answered. And So please read
You
my
need
answer
to
back.
answer my questions, Mr. Abrams.
Please read the answer back.
No, do not read the answer back, Mr.
Like-
Abrams.
like the
This is-
answer to be read
Let's
back.
move on. When do you think that you were added as a defendant to a lawsuit in your individual capacity?
It may have been, if I get it right, it may have been in the BB matter.
So it's your testimony today, you've been added, you were a defendant in a lawsuit in one matter, and that was the BB matter, is that
Objective
correct?
form.
I don't remember it very well. The man, BB, attacked me in a stairwell and at my garage, and I think he named me individually in that suit, and then he lost that suit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody attacked you in a stairwell, but this situation is so minor compared to everything else. I don't fully remember. This happens every other week. But have her read that back to you. This is insane.
It very well. The man, BB, attacked me in a stairwell and at my garage, and I think he named me individually in that suit, and then he lost that suit.
And you said the other party was named BB?
Yes.
Okay. Could you, what was the other party's full name?
Sean Beeson. We call him BB. I represented him in a matter where him and his wife were both arrested for DUI. He was thrown in a drunk tank for being belligerent, and he sued the city. And then I put a restraining order on him for 9 months for attacking me in a stairwell. And then he sued, I can't remember if he sued me individually, but I think he did. And then he lost that suit outright at jury verdict. So we're gonna move to strike that as irrelevant.
Come on, man. He's still trying to command the room. He was attacked by a man named BB. That in and of itself is comedy gold. He was attacked in a stairwell by a man named BB. There you have it.
Objective form, and that it's going to lead to non-discoverable evidence. Under the rules of evidence.
Mr. Abrams, you are
Excuse me,
not
you can't
allowed
interrupt me.
to. I am
You can't-
allowed to
no,
interrupt you. This is my
he's
deposition
giving his
today,
answer.
sir.
You can't- it's
And
my
you,
answer.
it
This
is
is my
not.
answer.
You are not allowed to
You-
put objections on the record. You are a witness today. And Mr. Abrams, you are represented by counsel. Your counsel is allowed to put objections on the record. You are not today.
I am a lawyer.
Do you understand that?
I am a lawyer. I don't need a lecture from you who doesn't understand the rules of evidence. Under the rules of evidence, the only thing that can come in under the rules of evidence is truthfulness and untruthfulness. So to the extent that you're trying to disparage me because you have me on videotape and embarrass me for things that you can't bring in, I'm going to raise, move to strike, find it objectionable, and then move for sanctions for harassment under Rule 30D. You can look it up if you don't know it.
Mr. Abrams, I feel quite confident that if any sanctions are entered in this matter, it's going to be against you.
Objective form.
There's so much sassiness in this room right now, dude. I don't think I'm gonna make it through this. So much sass. I'm pretty sure that you can look it up if you want. Well, I'm sure I'll be right. So maybe double check, mate. And the worst part is I have to back it up a little bit just so we can hear the full context.
Under Rule 30D. You can look it up if you don't know it.
Mr. Abrams, I feel quite confident that if any sanctions are entered in this matter, it's going to be against you
Objective form.
for continuing to obstruct and not answer any of
Objection.
my questions.
Objective
You
form.
cannot object.
I just did.
You cannot.
I just did. I'm a lawyer. I'm a licensed, unblemished member of the bar. Unblemished. If you laugh at me one more time, we're going to walk out.
We're going to move for 30D3
We're
section.
going to move for harassment sanctions against you.
I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I could not do it, man. This is a man that knows this is probably his greatest performance of his life right now. Dude, I am sweating right now. I'm trying so hard to hold this freaking laughter in. He said, if you laugh at me one more time, I'm gonna walk out. Oh man, is he gonna walk out? See, now I want to see this.
Not object.
I just did.
You cannot.
I just did. I'm a lawyer. I'm a licensed, unblemished member of the bar. Unblemished. If you laugh at me one more time, we're going to walk out.
We're going to move for 30D3
We're
sections.
going to move for harassment sanctions against you right now. Okay, you're laughing at us with the videotape that you published.
You got attacked by a man named BB. You're unblemished. Oh god, I can't breathe, dude. This is He got attacked by a man named BB in a stairwell, and he's an unblemished member of the bar. He's in a deposition right now.
Harassment sanctions against you right now. Okay, you're laughing at us with the videotape that you published on the internet about you and your rock band, and you're gonna be laughing at me? And you've moved for sanctions and had them denied every single time in this matter, and the jury should see that too. Every single one has led to no sanction.
Mr. Abrams, are
Including
you
the last
aware?
one where we quashed all of your subpoenas. And you asked for attorney's fees and you got no sanction.
Mr. Abrams,
Let's move on. You have a question?
He's so happy with himself. You sent those little sanctions after us? We quashed all those. You and your stupid little rock band. What's going on, everybody? Really quick, if you're enjoying the video, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Give it a quick like for weekly content. I feel like I've made this promise before. But nonetheless, feel free to subscribe and like if you're actually enjoying the content. Let's get back to the video.
If you sued my firm belligerently under the abuse of your law license, where we countersued you, we have a counterclaim against you for abuse of process for misusing your law license. You sued me for fraud, civil conspiracy, not civil conspiracy, conspiracy, which is a criminal act, so you did that wrong, and aiding and abetting, which is a criminal act, so you did that wrong. Ask me questions about that or I'm leaving.
I want to know if he's actually going to leave. Let's get some more questions going.
Mr. Abrams, we're going to be here for a long time today if you do not answer my questions. I just want to let you know that right now.
Object to form.
And put that on the record.
He's coaching his attorney and telling him what to say right now. He's actually doing it. He's saying what he's telling him to say.
Mr. Sullenberger, I'm sorry.
Stop laughing at my lawyer.
This is bizarre.
Stop laughing at my
Bizarre.
lawyer and stop harassing us.
Listen,
You brought us
let's
down here for fraud. Ask us fraud questions.
Mr. Abrams, how many times has your firm been added as a defendant in any lawsuit?
As I can recall, one in the BB matter.
So the BB matter and then this matter as well? Those are the only two times you recall that your firm has been added as a defendant?
Yes, as I recall.
I have a feeling that's not true.
Aside from traffic tickets, have you ever been named in a criminal action?
object to form.
Object to form and privilege, so I assert privilege and need not answer.
What privilege are you asserting, sir?
Attorney-client privilege, and we would,
What are you thinking? I don't know.
under the law, I need not answer that.
Just under the law. Under the law, period. He's going to walk out in 10 minutes here. There's only 10 minutes left.
What law are you referring to, Mr. Abrams?
I need a law book. And I moved to strike, and I moved to strike the question. I refused to answer under privilege, and I moved for a protective order on the question. So certify the question and move on.
You've again not answered my questions. You've
Object.
made a absolutely baseless assertion of privilege. Are you aware that in a deposition, the proper objections that your lawyer are allowed to make are as to form and as to foundation? If there is a matter that's privileged and your lawyer objects to it on the basis of privilege, he can instruct you not to answer. Otherwise, you need to answer all of the questions that I
Object
give
to
to you
form.
today. Do you understand that, Mr. Abrams?
He's raising an objection to privilege.
There's a pending question. Could you please read it back?
It's so messy, he can't even remember the question. This is...
What law are you referring to, Mr. Abrams? We can go back.
Whoa. What did he just take? He just literally popped a pill right... I'm telling you, dude. Better call Saul. He just popped a pill in the middle of a deposition. This man is an attorney and wants to get more clients. This will be seen by everybody. He does not care even 0.25%. No idea what that was. Let's go back here. Hold on. Oh, he's gonna get really insane now. Look at this. Oh, God.
So objection, privilege, move on.
You are not answering the question today. You're
Object
refusing
to
to
form,
answer it,
object
Mr.
to
Abrams.
privilege,
Move on.
move on.
It's the answer. Objection, privilege, move on.
Move on.
What? So Mr. Abrams is saying he has an attorney-client privilege over himself being named as a criminal defendant.
Yes.
And the question's intended to harass and annoy. And under 30D3, again, we're going to move for sanctions for repeated conduct like this.
I can't even get through my initial questions because you are being so obstructionist.
He's literally piggybacking off of everything he tells him to do. This is like talking to a stone wall right now, and they're both just screaming at him. Move on. You got an answer. Move on.
That's because you're a weak lawyer. Go ahead. You sued me for fraud. Ask me fraud questions. You sued my firm for fraud, aiding and abetting, and conspiracy. You have no evidence. Put something in front of me and we'll answer the questions. You have nothing. You have nothing.
Mr.
Put
Abrams,
something in
are
front
you
of me.
aware that Judge Starrs already ruled that there is substantial evidence against your firm that you committed fraud?
Object to
For misrepresentation of the
Are you
evidence,
aware?
Mischaracterization. The fact that the judge let you bring your bogus claim against us doesn't mean that it's merit full. Do you have a fraud question for me?
Please answer the
Oh, the
question.
gloves are off.
I did.
Are you
We're
aware?
Yes, I'm aware. Move on.
Mr. Abrams, have you ever been arrested?
object to form and privilege attorney-client.
That's it.
And you're instructing your client not to answer that question on the basis of attorney-client privilege, Mr. Sullenberger.
It's my understanding that Mr. Abrams had an attorney for any issues that may have arisen, and therefore he can assert.
I also don't recall being
What,
arrested.
what part of my question asked for any attorney-client privilege?
He's not being
communications?
deposed.
I don't have to. I objected. I
We're not
objected to
asking
form. I objected for privilege from Mr. Abrams.
Dude, this is like a freaking tag team wrestling match right now. He tags him in, he screams at him for a little bit. Okay, now let's switch out. I'm tired of screaming. Oh, why are you asking him questions? He's not here on the deposition. Move on. Like, this is, I'm sorry, this is actually kind of impressive. I don't know how this ends. I'm sure it's going to end terribly for him because he's not answering questions. But thanks for the comedy gold. That's really all I can say.
I am going to end this deposition now.
Okay.
Mr. Abrams, we're going to continue it while we seek intervention of the special master.
Fine.
It's clear that you are not here to answer any questions
clear that
today,
you're harassing
and
us.
you are refusing to answer
We've
any
answered
questions
every
today.
question, read every question back.
Yeah, you have not.
We disagree.
He's
Okay,
popping
let's
another
ask a couple
pill.
more questions. Mr. Abrams, what are the pills that you just took?
Object to form.
None of your business. None of
Privilege.
None of
What are
your
those?
business.
What are those other pills? in front of
Object to form.
of your
Object
business.
to privilege.
See, these are the real questions we need answers to. Sir, you are popping pills and getting more aggressive. I don't want to assume what you're taking, but it's looking a little shady.
None of your business.
Medical privilege. No.
Mr. Abrams, are you under any
Medical privilege.
Any drugs today? Have you taken any drugs before you came to this deposition today?
No.
Okay. Have you taken any alcohol before you came to this deposition today?
No.
Any medication whatsoever?
No.
No. Just these pills that you're taking here that you are refusing to answer what they are.
Proud. Yes. So,
Yes,
Medical
none of your
privilege.
business.
Okay.
But I can tell you that if you took some of these, they would help get some of your weight off. I can tell you that.
Oh, you're referring to when you called me fat when you walked in here.
Object to
I don't recall
form.
that.
You don't recall that? Okay. Well, we have a couple witnesses to that, including Mr. Sullenberger. In any event,
If you want to raise your weight problem, Mr. Ward, with the jury and with the special master, please do. But we're not the ones that are sitting here in that condition.
oh my God, dude. Oh, the gloves are off right now. They might start fighting in the middle of this little scene here. In the middle of the camera, it's getting more aggressive with each 10-second interval that's going by. Where do we go from here?
Mr. Abrams, do you recall the motion to quash the subpoena for your testimony
Yes.
that you filed? And you attempted to quash the subpoena to disallow your deposition to be taken, correct?
Object to form.
I don't recall that. I remember we successfully quashed your bad faith depositions. You moved for attorney's fees and you were denied by the special master. That's my recollection, that he found them, that he found them when we told you I would be out of town to, in bad faith, then schedule the deposition to pull me out of my vacation. He found that to be objectionable and he commended me on taking a vacation under the stresses of this profession. So I remember the special master commending me and quashing you. That's my recollection.
Are you here today pursuant to the subpoena?
Yes.
Okay. So your subpoena didn't get quashed, did it?
Yes, it did.
Sure didn't.
Yes, it did. Argumentative. Move on. What are you laughing at? Why do you keep laughing? What is it with you? Why don't you look at the camera and laugh at them?
Mr. Abrams,
Your
testimony is being taken
Just
today.
ask me some questions about fraud, civil conspiracy, and what other trumped-up things you did under your license that we're moving for sanctions against you. Do you realize we sued you for abuse of your law license? Do you realize that? And that we're going to continue to sue you for the way that you've been treating in this matter? You have no evidence. If you do, show the jury, put it in front of us, we'll ask questions. You haven't put one document in front of us. Open something up and make this a meaningful deposition or let me go.
So these two have been at war for a long time. You can tell based on the way they're speaking to each other. They have hated each other since the day they met. You don't just arrive at this point where you're calling another person fat and you don't even care that it's being recorded. These two despise each other.
Is there anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Abrams?
Depends on what your next question is.
I'm sure he has a lot more to say.
In the motion that you filed to quash the subpoena, isn't it true that you admitted to the special master that you were in fact in town?
Object to form.
We told the special master in a pleading that I returned at home at 3:30 in the morning on the same day that you scheduled my deposition, and that there was no way I was going to be able to come to the deposition with no sleep. We found
So you were in town at the
offensive.
time, you were in town on the time that you were scheduled to be deposed, but you
Object to
nevertheless moved to
form.
Asked and
quash.
answered. Move on.
Mr. Abrams, are you refusing to answer?
I
the
answered
Object
the
to
question.
form.
Move on.
That kind of was an answer. That kind of was an answer. But there's so much hatred in this room. No, you're gonna answer that again, but you're gonna say it the way I want you to say it.
You don't get to not answer when you object.
Object to form.
Do you
I
understand?
answered the question, and I even told you what time I returned on the day. What more? Why are you harassing me?
Mr. Abrams,
Stop harassing
listen
me.
to my questions. Today, that your job is to listen to my questions and answer your questions under oath. Do you understand?
Judge
Object to form.
asked and answered. Move on.
I'm waiting for your answer, Mr. Abrams.
Her first question was the same question you asked. If we need to go back to the very beginning to ask whether I said I would be here under oath, we can go back and ask the court reporter.
In that motion, you included that Mr. Abrams' anxiety requires him to take medication on extended flights that impairs Mr. Abrams' facilities. Can you please explain what medication you were referring to in your filing?
Object to form
No.
medical privilege.
Privilege.
Medical privilege.
Yes. Move on.
What privilege is that?
None of your
Absolutely
business.
no right.
No, what medicine I take is none of your business. Move on.
You filed a motion with the special master saying that because of a certain medication that
Yep.
you could not sit for your deposition.
Yes, that medicine's none of your business.
Right.
Move on.
And now
Object.
I don't even know the names of them. He's taking downers though, and he's still at this point. Imagine how he'd be if he never took them. He might be taking these to stay reserved. All right, stop asking these questions. He might need to take one more. We don't encourage people to take drugs in this channel, just so you know. He's taking medication to calm down, and his hair is already thrown all over the place. Maybe dial it back a couple notches.
you've come into this deposition today with a handful of pills
Yep.
that you refuse to answer questions about
Yes,
what they are.
none of your business. HIPAA protection privilege. Move on.
We are going to continue this deposition now, Mr. Abrams.
Okay.
You have made it clear you are not willing to answer any of the questions today. You have been objecting. We are going to move for sanctions against you and your firm for your conduct during this deposition, and we will take that up with the special master.
This is the type of lawyer that shows up to court. 3 buttons undone on the shirt, couple stains on the shirt, mystery stains, no idea where they came from, shades on, looking completely disheveled, does not have any idea what your case is about, but he's just gonna wing it because why not? You're going to prison. I don't know what to do. I feel so sorry for everybody that was represented by this person. I don't know if BB did. I forgot what he said BB did. I think he said BB actually was what, drunk and driving. So BB might have deserved some time. But man, I feel bad for the people that were represented by this guy. They probably attacked him. I'm not gonna say they attacked him for a good reason, but you know, you show up to court with some aviators on and a couple buttons undone on your shirt. Oh, sorry, judge, you know, but just let them go free. It kind of makes sense that they made, you know, maybe just a lunge or two. Okay, no, I'm just cracking jokes, by the way. I do not approve of attacking anybody. If you guys enjoy the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you did something good for somebody today. Hope somebody did something good for you, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.